There that goes. Yeah, we're gonna. Wait
That's
a
ridiculous.
second.
I can totally hear that.
I can hear you as well, so that's good.
Yeah, but we can hear pots and pans is what he's talking about.
That's the Simon monster. Simon, get your face out the kitchen.
Okay, are you got back to live?
Yes, we are.
Okay, fine. I'll sleep. We'll mess it up.
Wow. Adorable little child.
I know, and modest too.
And modest too, as he says.
All right. Let me. We'll start with the theme music, and then we can just jump right in.
You're not talking, right, Andy?
I am not going to be talking tonight. I'm about half a second from losing my everything. So
fair enough.
Good luck.
All right, let's go with this, and here we go.
You want to know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in the flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome to the Geocaching Podcast, episode 46, recorded live on February 22nd, 2017. I'm your host, Scott Bergs, with...
Info Ferry or Sarah TS, whichever you want.
Okay, you can join our chat room and watch our live video stream, plus participate with us as we record this episode. All this and more can be found at www.geocachingpodcast.com/live. Be sure to contact us via our voicemail line at 630-31-VOICE and find us on Twitter at geocachingpodcast.com/Twitter and Facebook at geocachingpodcast.com/Facebook. This episode is sponsored by our good patrons of the Geocaching Podcast. To become a contributing patron, simply click on the Patreon logo from on our webpage to help keep our podcast going. From all of us at the Geocaching Podcast, we thank you.
We certainly do.
Hey, Sarah, how you doing?
I'm fine. How's it been going with you?
I'm good.
I can see those boxes.
I'm trying to figure things out here. That's a little better there. Yeah, we're in the middle of moving, or getting ready to move. So, yeah, I mean, I have a different angle too. This angle's going to change again if you're looking.
I'm just looking forward to it every week and seeing the improvements and the change.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna have new carpet coming in next month. New carpet, new paints coming in. Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm just looking forward to seeing the yard sale sign at the back and bargain of the week with a price tag.
Right? Yeah. So Andy's not here. Andy's got a migraine. And Taz, I don't know where. I think Andy sent out this cryptic email to us, and I think Taz thought there was no show. So I don't think Taz is showing up.
Okay, so it's time to share all those embarrassing stories about him that you know and I don't.
Right? What Taz or about
either of them, and if in doubt, make them up.
Make them up? That's not very nice. Come on,
alternative facts.
Not the poor Andy. So
no, I wouldn't do that to Andy. He's too sweet.
I'm trying to work my board here. Hold on. There, a little louder is better. There we go. I think I'm coming through.
I was going to say your caching's put mine to shame this week.
Yeah, actually, to get started, I haven't cached in a long time, so I actually cached every day this week so far.
Are you trying to cache out your area before you leave it?
Before my work one? No, it's work. It's been. No. You understand? It's been here in Chicago. Now remember, it's February in Chicago. I don't know how much you know about Chicago. Chicago is
I know it's February.
Winter. Yeah, it's February. So it is winter here, and usually it's 30 degrees here. But the whole week it's been in the 60s.
So about freezing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally about freezing, but
the whole week it's been in the 60s. The whole week, 60 degrees. Yeah. So it's 68 degrees today. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the 70s tomorrow.
We're probably not that far off. Hang on, I haven't seen what the weather. I've had one of these crazy days, so I've just not had a chance to look at anything yet.
We had warmer weather than Taz, and Taz is in California, and it was warmer in Chicago.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll just get up our weather, and I'll tell you what it's happening when 19 degrees in Wellington. So what's that in?
I don't know.
About 70-ish. So we're probably about the same.
Yeah.
It's t-shirt weather.
Oh yeah.
If anything,
I was in flip-flops and shorts over the weekend.
Well, you fit right in. You fit right in here.
46 years I've been on this earth, and I've been living in Chicago for 45 of those 46 years, and I've never seen a February like this in my life ever. It's insane how warm it is.
Well, I was going to say, well, we've got the similar sort of temperatures. Yeah, it's t-shirts, and if I wore shorts, it would be, and flip-flops, or jandals, to use Kiwi speak, it would be flip-flops here.
Yeah, but you've got you're in the summer. This is your summertime.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy. In fact, it's almost thinking you're heading towards autumn. My sort of trigger of when the seasons are changing is when certain things start appearing in the shops.
Hey,
and
Taz, Taz just popped on. I was telling Sarah that it's warmer in Chicago than it is in where you are.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So we had some beautiful weather going here. It was like 68, 69 degrees today here.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, we're only I think I had a high about 59.
That's I'm telling you. So everybody who says global warming doesn't exist, I say come to Chicago this week in February. I think it's been in the 60s all week here. It's all week.
66.2 apparently, according to Google.
Well, right now,
temperature.
Right now?
Yeah, for us.
That's insane. It's February in Chicago.
It's February in Wellington. What else do you expect? Normal?
So needless to say, I went caching all this week on my lunch hours at work, and I needed it because I haven't cached in a while. So it's nice to get out and start caching again. And obviously my new job, so I kind of have that area cleared, but not much. So it's nice to get out and get some caches. What about you, Tess? How you been doing this week?
I've been doing okay. Actually, didn't get out this week, but last week, since I didn't make the show, I'll take the previous weeks there. Grabbed a couple of events, did a first to find, and just missed two other first to finds. They were walking away as we pulled up, and then did a real cool field puzzle that. Kind of a little bit of electronics going on and trying to figure out what the code is for the padlock, and then boom, get in there and get a nice cache.
Oh,
sounds good.
There you go.
No, you two have put me to shame. I've managed a sum total of 2 caches and 3 DNFs, so I'm getting a bit grumpy about that. I'm losing it. But on the plus side, I'm got planning underway for Saturday. There's 2 of us are heading up the coast, aiming to go to a CETO and an event, which is the excuse for getting out of town, and seeing if we can get 50 or more other caches in a day for a challenge we're both sort of working on. Oh, and picking up a kitten on the way back.
A kitten?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mayhem on 4 paws.
Right.
Little taxidermy and turn that into a cache.
Look, our old cat was somewhere between 16 and 19. We don't know. We got him as an adult when life finally wasn't fun for him, and we took him to the vet that last time, early November. But because we knew we were going away December, January, we weren't even thinking of a replacement. But somebody at work put around an email saying, "Help stop my mother-in-law turning into a crazy cat lady," because she's already got 4 and doesn't want a 5th. And this with a picture of a silver grey tabby kitten that was staring out of the screen at you. So I thought, I can't ignore that.
Okay. And Taz, you live in America. What starts this weekend?
What starts the Daytona 500?
Oh, screw that, please.
NASCAR.
What officially starts this weekend?
Crap.
What officially starts this weekend?
Super Rugby. Come on. That's far more fun.
What officially starts this weekend?
Super Rugby.
Come on, Taz.
I don't know. Spring season doesn't open up until like April.
Yes, it starts this weekend.
Does it?
The 25th is the Cubs' first spring training game. Yes.
Okay.
That game. Okay, I was thinking hunting season or what?
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a little bit later, because I remember actually it was March, and beginning of March, and a friend of mine did when we did the 8 cache, and a friend of mine was like kind of ho-humming about whether coming or not, and she decided to go with her husband down to Florida for spring training.
For which team?
All of them. Well, I think more for the Astros, but
right.
but since they're from Houston, but but they're just her husband's kind of baseball nuts in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cubs are going to defend the title. Defend it. Yes.
And my internet's stable right now because I decided to try out the actual Ethernet cable on the router, and I had rock solid performance, and it's just the Wi-Fi was dying on that friggin' router. So so I ordered a new router that was supposed to get here yesterday, and looks like it's not going to get here till at least tomorrow. Thank you, Amazon.
Yeah,
that's why you spring for the Prime there, champ.
I got Amazon Prime.
It's 2 days. Come on, man.
And I actually looked on Amazon now, and they had like 4 different routers that I was kind of close to purchasing, but not the one that I really wanted. And so otherwise, I would have had it friggin' Sunday. Now I'm kind of pissed that I didn't just say screw it. I'm going to buy one of these others.
Right.
Okay. It'll be worth it when it gets there.
Right.
So I've got a 50 feet of Ethernet cable drug into this room from where my router is.
But it wouldn't be Taz if you weren't dropping every time at least once a show.
Well, hopefully this will fix that problem.
No, you wouldn't be you if you didn't drop. Come on.
Yeah.
Right,
and I did watch last week's show, and there are multiple temples in Christchurch. There is a Hare Krishna temple.
Oh, I see.
There's a Hindu temple,
but no Jew temple.
There used to be a synagogue at one time, but it went into disrepair, and then they had a community center.
Shockingly, went into disrepair.
It's actually quite painful. It's just had the 6-year anniversary of the big Christchurch quake, and they're still arguing over whether they're going to rebuild or not the cathedral, which was damaged in it.
Right.
But apparently Bruce Springsteen did an amazing concert there on Tuesday.
In Christchurch?
Yeah. My mum and dad are going,
they're
going up to it in Auckland.
You found out the Jewish population in Christchurch, New Zealand?
It was somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 to 300 at one point in time.
200 to 300 Jews live in Christchurch,
right? And I think now it's down to somewhere around 150. I can't believe if I recall correctly, what I read on the one site that I found the information on.
I think it'd be like 2. There's 2 Jews there.
Not quite. I'd go and look at the census. If you give me 10 minutes notice, I could pull it all up on the census stats for you. But
Jews.
They have
New Zealand.
They have a Hindu temple there. Okay.
There was a Hindu one there. Which is actually kind of funnier. It's actually kind of funnier if you think about it than the Jews.
Christchurch is really good mixed city.
Oh yeah, should be. It's Christ's church. Moving around the podcast roundup, letting our viewers know what's going on in the geocaching podcast community. What's coming up this week on the shows? GGH Geo Gearheads has 269 State of the Munsey 2017. Rob is back to update Chris in the Northwest. He's just bad cop to me. He'll always be bad cop. He can't be Chris in the Northwest. I refuse to say Chris in the Northwest. He's bad cop. And Daryl W4 as to what's happening in the world of Munsey. Yeah, your spoiler alert, nothing.
Chris of the Northwest doesn't roll off the tongue like bad cop.
No, bad cop is much better. Much better. Does anybody Munsey anymore? Do you Munsey anymore?
Other than the hotels that I was one of the early capturers on. So occasionally I get the email saying that I got so many points this week. Right. And it's like, really? Okay.
When's the last time you've opened the Munsey app?
Oh, geez. Probably September of 2015 when I was sitting in an airport.
But don't they? I heard. Well, Sarah, what about you? Do you Munsey at all?
I've seen the odd one, but it's not something I sort out. So whether there's lots more that I don't know about, or
I think Munsey.
It's not big.
Daryl would totally answer this. Well, I heard Munsey, like, if you don't play, they actually like delete your account or kill your account. I don't know if anybody in the chat room.
I got an email saying that they were going to to put my account on a hiatus or something along those lines. And then the next week, someone found a hotel where mine wasn't. So I'm active. And it's like,
see, I guess So you just remain active because people keep hitting it.
right, exactly.
Wow. Well, all right. And on the Geo Snippets Reboot podcast, geocaching maintenance is literally the only thing that's in the show notes. I don't know what that.
Oh God.
And finally, become a patron of our show. Hey, it costs money to do this. And go to patreon.com/geocaching podcast for other details. There are rewards for donations as little as $2.50 a month. For $5 a month, you receive exclusive content not seen or heard on our shows. Most rewards and special offers for our patrons are coming. The mailbag, I don't think there's anything in the mailbag, but if you want to send us an email, send it to gcpcmailbag@gmail.com. We'd love to get your emails, and we'll probably talk about it and maybe make fun of you on the air, so it'll be fun. News, Taz.
Yes.
Taz. I don't know if do you think we can get Andy to do the music? Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if he's prepared at all. Oh, look at that.
In the news. So I read this the other day, and I don't think it's all copied in here, but basically there's a vote on the fate of Mission 9 Tunnel of Light Ape Cache.
Wait, hold on. I heard this today as I was taking a shower. I was listening to GeoTalk's 11-minute GeoTalk podcast, the 11-minute special Tunnel of Light special. I don't know if you've heard it at all, but
I haven't heard that.
Literally heard it this morning in the shower, and I knew which one Taz was going to pick.
Oh, yeah, I already voted. I already put my vote in there.
That one's Taz.
I put mine in, and no prizes for guessing what mine is. Yeah.
Sorry, continue. I literally thought of you this morning in the shower, Taz. So.
No, that's scary.
I know when I'm butt ass naked thinking of Taz in the shower.
So there's a link in the show notes where you can go on there and vote for what you want done with the Mission 9 Tunnel of Light Ape Cache. The one option is return and reactivate it. So return the container to the original location. No, don't vote for that one. Do not click that one.
Really? Don't be a hater because
bring it back.
What a hater.
Display at headquarters. Display the Ape Cache container at geocaching headquarters as an important artifact of the game history. It would not be loggable as an Ape Cache, but would be assigned a special tracking number that could be logged only as a trackable with a unique trackable icon.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So make it a piece of furniture. Make it a piece of furniture is basically what they're saying.
Here's another one. Activate once a year. Display the Ape Cache container at geocaching headquarters as a trackable for most of the year, and make it loggable as an Ape Cache at its original location only during the week of the annual Going Ape Mega event in Washington. I'm willing to compromise and go with that one, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I don't know. It's the geocache. I'd say it's almost the geocaching equivalent of the Hajj.
Of the what?
The Hajj, the Muslim pilgrimage to Mecca. Which has, so you'd have to make your pilgrimage a specific time of the year for it to count for that icon.
Right. Here's the thing: is when is that? When is that event?
It's in August. It's like the second or third weekend of August.
I would never make it because I go to West Bend. It's the second week of August every year.
That's your problem.
Oh yeah, you're my problem, jerk. And so you can't third week of August isn't so that's the only time it will be active is that week.
School holidays. Right. It costs a fortune for flights.
Yeah, her school year.
Yeah.
What's the fourth version?
The fourth one is a traveling artifact. Assign a special tracking number to the Ape Cache container and tour it to various events around the world.
Ridiculous. That's just stupid.
It would only be loggable as a trackable and not as the Ape Cache. I'm willing to compromise and go for the activate once a year. But I actually voted for a traveling artifact.
Did you really?
No.
Why would you do that? A travel. You're like, you know what? It's you. You voted for it. They're gonna love it. Yeah,
You know-
Taz voted for it. That's
you
it.
know
Taz
darn
was the only one voted for this one.
You know darn well that I'm going to be outvoted, and it's with this, and this going
Then you might as
to
well
come
voted-
in, return, and reactivate it.
But then you might as well have voted for Trump, dude. It's the same thing. It's like my vote don't count because it's like if you don't vote the right way, you're voting the wrong way.
Well,
Okay.
I'm not.
No, I'm not going to get into that. We'll soon get taken off the air if we start getting onto that sort of level of politics.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you. We deserve that.
So you're saying you wanted a traveling artifact is what you voted for?
There's no
I
way people
think
would lug that on the plane over here.
What do you want to sing and dance as it goes, or what are you gonna do, dude?
Well, that's why you got lackeys to do it for you.
No, dude, you got the can of beans travels around. You don't want the freaking ape cache traveling around, dude.
The can of beans probably wouldn't get into New Zealand through our biosecurity regs.
Hey, I've carried a refrigerator door back that's a trackable to put it on the front stoop of the original owner who lived quite literally a quarter of a mile away from me.
Really?
Look, you've got your problems. Leave us to ours.
You literally you brought it back to him.
I checked it in.
You
his
gave it back to
his so this was Snoogans. His wife Minda was pissed. I thought I had removed all information that indicated that it was me, except for those little stickers that they do. They stuck one of the stickers in a place that I did.
I'm not sure I want to know where the stickers are stuck.
I think he just froze too. How about that?
Yeah.
So of the four, see, I'd like to go back to normal, like every day. Okay, like just a normal cache. That's what I say. All year round.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do that. See, he doesn't think they're going to do. I think they're going to go half and half. That's what I think they're going to do.
Well, we'll see. I mean, so what's the difference between finding that and logging it and finding and logging any other archive cache? I mean, I've found abandoned archive caches before and logged them.
Sure.
Yeah, I have no problems at all with that.
No, but the ape cache is locked. They have to unlock it.
Right.
Yeah. Get the reviewers to do, or whoever, or the lackeys to unlock it. That's my view, and I'm sticking to it.
I think they're going to go half and half. That's what I think they're going to do. Taz doesn't think so, but I think they're going to go half and half.
We'll see.
I think that's a compromise for everybody. What do you think, Taz? What do you think they're going to do? I know what you.
What do you mean by half and half?
Like it only works a week out of the year. It's only an ape cache a week out of the year.
I think if geocaching headquarters makes the decision not based upon vote count, that's what will happen. Yeah, they don't have to make it based upon this vote count.
No,
this is they're just taking our input.
It's a poll.
And
I suppose it's like the challenge caches and what they're going to do, and they made their mind up what they were going to do with those anyway, and just had a poll to have some semblance of consultation.
It's like the popular vote. Throw it out the window and go with go with what the electorate says.
What do you think?
Sorry,
Sarah. What do you think they're gonna? What do you vote for, and what do you think they're gonna do? What did you vote for?
Well, I voted for. It's a cache. It's been found. Put it back how it was. Make it live permanently.
Yeah, me too.
But make it as live as an ape cache. But I don't know. I can see some of them. I can sort of see the argument for make it an ape cache only at certain times of the year or something crazy like that. Making it as a trackable and lugging it around, there's no way they'll take it to. I mean, I can see them lugging it around the States, but putting it on a plane anywhere, I think not.
No.
To be honest, nobody's going to go out there and hit that cache, except for unless it's a mega or they're a local, because it's just too far out of the friggin' way. It's a good 2-hour drive from Seattle to get there, and then you got a 3-mile hike through a completely dark tunnel.
Okay,
So I don't think people would make the effort unless there's something extra on top of it, which in this case is the mega event.
I totally disagree with you. People were hitting it a ton before it went missing.
I suppose it's because it was May. How many people now are hitting the? Wasn't there a tribute cache or a replacement putting it?
Yeah, but the tribute's it's not the same thing. I wouldn't go to the tribute.
Yeah, no.
But just as many people. Just as many people have logged the replacement as the original, and both of them mainly because of the mega event that was there.
Right. Here's my issue with that. The issue with the event is that, like, if you only put it out a week, maybe are we saying a weekend a year or like the week? We don't know what they're gonna do. Is that like you're gonna have so many people going to it? There's gonna be so much foot traffic. It's part of it. I think something like that. Part of it is I want to do it like with Jesse, and that's it. I don't want to go with 60 people. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go with 40
I can
people.
see that.
I want to take the trek. I want to share the adventure or share the experience with people I want to share it with, not with 40 people who are going through going through it at the same time, and then literally just passing the log back and forth.
Right.
Pass log back, pass log back.
I understand that. I mean, I had more enjoyable time the second time I went to do it, because we went about 4 hours before the actual event, and so the tunnel was ours.
Right.
We were pretty much the only ones in the tunnel, instead of having a bunch of people with flashlights in the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's my only issue with that, is I know it would be a freaking madhouse. It would be a complete madhouse.
Mm-hmm. And it is.
So, all right. So moving along to the topic this week, which is episode 47, the Geocaching Blog Article Discussions. The Geocaching Blog. Who reads the Geocaching Blog here?
Sometimes I don't read it every week.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Occasionally, especially when it's in the news.
All right. All right, Taz, did you find? Well, I'm gonna let you start, Taz. Did you find anything that was good or anything worthy in the Geocaching Blog you want to talk about?
No, I thought we were talking about the oldest caches of the different types, but
okay. I don't know if you had one you wanted to start with before that one.
Well, it was sort of interesting. What do you reckon?
I'll talk about this one. Which one?
Mm-hmm.
Which one's there?
What are the oldest ones?
The oldest ones? Taz, you want to start with this? You want to start with it?
So one of the things that they discussed was what are the oldest caches of the various cache types, and so I'll start with the traditionals. They listed the oldest active one is Mingo, which was placed on May 11th, 2000, and I haven't found that one, but I found GCD, which was placed on May 12th, and I believe there's another May 12th one in New Zealand, right?
I'm sure it's May 12th. GC46 is the oldest live one. GC45 was Rotorua, but that I think got archived pretty quickly. Hang on a sec.
Okay.
You haven't found Mingo yet?
I haven't. You know how often I go into the middle of absolutely nowhere.
You're like the only American cacher who hasn't found Mingo yet.
So,
everybody found it with all there's been like 3 megas that are like right next door to it, and you haven't gone to any of them, and like everybody's found it.
No, but I've been to GCD twice, which was May 12th. Placed one day later. One day.
GC46, which is about 15 miles from me, it was placed on the 26th. Was hidden on the 26th of May, 2000.
Okay, 26th.
Okay, let's see.
Geocached by Kevin Anderson.
Sarah, what's the first traditional geocache? Hurry up, real quick. Top of your head. Traditional.
Active or live?
Active.
GCF was the original. Mingo's GC30, 11th of May.
Actually, the first traditional geocache is the original stash.
Yeah, the original stash cache.
That was a trick question.
And then there's the original stash tribute plaque that's hidden at that location, which I have done that one.
Yeah,
and the unoriginal stash that was hidden up the hill from it, and I found that one as well.
Nice.
So why didn't you find the? So I don't know.
Because these were in Oregon when we were at the block party, and we made a trip down to Oregon to get these and hit some other ones. While that's a lot more convenient than driving to the. It's not Kansas. Where the hell is
Kansas.
it?
Mingo's in Kansas.
Mingo's in Kansas. Okay, middle of Kansas.
Mingo's in the middle of nowhere. Is where.
I mean,
so how long did it take you to drive there?
I mean,
it took me. Jesse and I, we stopped in Nebraska for for a mega. We were going to Mingo over a weekend, and so we stopped in Nebraska to hit the Geocoin mega, and then it was another 4 hours to the middle of nowhere. We stayed overnight in Nebraska and then hit Mingo and then started heading home. And it was just,
but you could knock off a few state souvenirs while you were at it.
Yeah, I think we had them all though. I think we had all the states. I don't think we were getting any new ones. We were literally going for Mingo. Is what we were.
Mm-hmm.
We had a long weekend. We had a 3-day weekend, so we ran for Mingo. It was middle of nowhere, man. I think we met Memphis Mafia at the GeoCoin Fest. That's where me and Joshua ate balls. You remember that?
Mm-hmm. Well, not personally, but
we ate like cow balls. I think.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh yeah.
Call them by the proper name.
Mountain oysters is cheap over here. It come in lamb variety.
Yeah.
Okay, first mystery cache is the Octopus's Garden GC70 from October 30th, 2000 in North Carolina. But Andy got this one. He did.
and you know what? My brother-in-law lives within about 3 miles of it.
Really?
And I figured I figured out where it's located, and if I ever go visit my brother-in-law, I will be going to get that cache.
I was in North Carolina for literally an hour. Me and Jesse went to Mayberry and got the caches in Mayberry where Andy, right? Andy? No, not Andy Griffith. Andy Griffith, yeah. And that little town. And I don't know how far this is from it, but I don't remember that. So it can't be too close to it. But the only time I've ever been to North Carolina, beautiful state, by the way. Here we go. First multi-cache, Tour of Stone Mountain. GC1E, June 2000 in Georgia.
Do any of our patrons know how long it takes to do that multi? I wonder, because I'm considering trying to do that when I'm at Geo Woodstock.
Is it like in the middle of nowhere? Is it like a ton?
It's in a park where Stone Mountain is a I think it's designated a national park where they got a carving of is it Andrew Jackson on the side of the stone there, and and you got to go in the park, and I know you got to do the multi. It's only recently been it was about ready to be archived. And recently it was someone helped out and redid all the stages just this month. But I'd like to know how long it takes because it's a little bit out of the ways. No.
It doesn't say in the listings. Last person found it.
It doesn't say how many stages.
Took 2 days with a hint.
2 days with a hint, dude. 2 days with a hint. Well, you're better off just walking around and looking for down trees. Probably find it quicker.
No, none of these don't. None of the first few. I've just had a quick look through. Say how long it takes.
All right.
But I bet you it's less than a quarter mile away from the starting point.
A lot of those aren't they? Yeah.
Yep. Bet you it is. Wow, that's a tough one, man. That's how many. So you don't know how many enough stages for it to take. It's probably like hard puzzles and stuff. I'm assuming.
Or the coordinates are a bit tricky, and one of the stage hides might be awkward. Mm-hmm. I've had a few of those. Yeah.
Okay, first virtual cache is Rift Valley GC53 in Kenya. It's 6 June of 2000. The user carved his initials in a tree years prior and listed it as a virtual cache in September of 2000.
I'm not sure about that. So I did a bit of digging, and there's a virtual GC3E, which is Lane Cove in Australia, that was hidden 18th of May 2000. But if I understand what's on that one correctly, it was initially a traditional, and they made it a virtual when they realised exactly what sort of vegetation it was in, and that they didn't really want people traipsing through the area.
Yeah, it was only recently made it turned into a virtual.
I don't know. It's been a virtual for a fair while.
I remember reading up on the story, and it wasn't turned into a virtual. At least it was turned into a virtual. I believe after virtuals were no longer permitted.
I don't know. I'm trying to troll quickly through the logs and seeing if I can find an older listing. I mean, so the Aussies claim it as the oldest virtual in the world and the fourth oldest cache or something. But then again, Aussies claim pavlovas, far lap, and a whole load of other things but they can keep Russell Crowe. The Kiwis will let them have Russell Crowe.
What? Wait, what? Russell, what? Wait, get on that tangent.
Russell Crowe was born in New Zealand, but now lives in Aussie. And as far as most Kiwis are concerned, they can keep him.
Oh, I see. Okay. Next one up is the most difficult to confirm.
Like Justin Bieber in Canada and versus America.
The first letterbox hybrid is Open Space 6 GC 190 from January 2001. This one is the most difficult. GC 2D is the oldest letterbox, but it was never found. It's possible it was changed to a letterbox hybrid after the fact. This one's in New Mexico. So it's Open Space 6 GC 190.
So have any of you found letterboxes that aren't letterbox hybrids by accident out in the field?
I have. Yes, I have. Yes.
Those are always fun to find.
So has Andy.
Yeah.
Somebody actually had a cache right next to a letterbox.
Yeah.
So it was like, and it said, ignore the letterbox. It's not the cache, as they wrote in the like same tree.
There's one in Houston where the cache went missing, and the letterbox was about 15 feet away from the coordinates of where the cache was, and the letterbox owner was getting miffed about it, and they put it's like not a cache, not a geocache. Do not log this as a geocache. Do not sign this if you're a geocacher, and all this stuff on there, and it still gets logged as a geocache.
Sure, of course.
It's like
nobody reads, dude. Come on.
Exactly.
First event cache. This also doubled as Taz's 60th birthday. It was in Austin in March 2001. Right, Taz? Am I lying?
What's this?
Wasn't your 60th birthday?
No.
Okay. First event cache.
I think I was a wee bit older than that.
First event cache was in Austin, Texas. Were you there?
No, I was not there.
Oh, GC 389, March 24th, 2001, Texas.
Sorry, I've just been trying to find out when the Aussie virtual became a virtual, and the earliest log I've found on it is 25th of June 2000, and I love the log by Geology. Our first GPS hunt, no map, no compass, no idea, but finally we found it.
There you go.
That sums up my caching strategy. No map, no compass, no idea.
So I knew the first mega was in Texas. I didn't know that the first event was in Texas.
First event, Austin. Yeah.
Wow.
First webcam, Houston webcam cache number 1.
Dang, Texas is rounding them up.
October 2001. Cam, have you found that one?
I haven't found that one. I have not. I have not done a webcam in Texas. I've done webcams in several other states, but not in Texas.
What the hell's wrong with you? You live in Texas. We lived in Texas.
Yeah, I don't know.
God. First locationless cache. This is before my time. Locationless caches ended before I even started. First locationless cache. Please donate blood cache. GC 1C90 from September 2001. Locationless. There. Did you ever find one of those, Taz? You started right around me, didn't you?
They were So I don't have the icon. I did find it, the traveling one. The what is it? Lewis and Clark Army Corps, something Corps.
Yeah, I've gotten Lewis and Clark. Yeah, the one with the dolls.
Yeah,
sure.
I've done that one. That's the only one I've done.
But that's not. But you don't get the icon for that.
But you don't get the icon for that one.
No. First CEDO was April 2003 in Pennsylvania. GCE2F1. How about that for CEDO? 2001. Oh, 2003. I'm sorry. 2003. First Earth Cache, January 2004 in Australia. There you go.
Yep.
Earth Cache 1, a simple geology tour. First Omega, Geo Woodstock 4 in Texas.
And I was looking at the picture there. It's like I actually know some of those people.
Shut up. Do you really?
Yep.
That's crazy. First Where I Go, GC18FP7, January 9th, 2008 in London. First Where I Go. First Giga was in Germany. I knew that. That's like a couple of years ago. August 2014. God, look at all those people. And that's it. That's all the firsts. So there's every first that they ever had. How about that? That's interesting. What else we got? Jazz, what else we got in there?
I have no idea. You think I read blogs?
Ooh. Since when has a techie ever read the instructions?
Exactly. You read the instructions after things aren't working.
No, in my case, randomly swear at the instructions when things stop working.
Yeah.
Reading requires active thought and contribution.
So getting back to let's get back to the ape cache, because that's such a hot topic these days with everybody talking about what they're going to do with it. So just to reiterate, Taz, you think they should just send it off and make it a freaking make it a trackable. Literally make it a trackable. So you want it basically. So it's going to be like a signal costume, is what it's going to be. It's just like go from mega to mega.
Sure, why not?
And you're okay with that?
No.
You're okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
In your heart, you're okay with that. Look deep into your heart, and you're okay with that.
I'm okay with that. or making it a one time a year activated so that people can log it.
So you see, you're okay with the once a year for a week.
I'm okay with the once a year.
Would you go get it? Okay, would you go get it?
There's a good possibility that I would make a return trip to get it, and I'd have a second ape icon.
Right, because I guess all this is a 2. That's all it is next
year.
Oh, I don't know.
So, and Sarah, what do you think, Sarah? You think they should? I'm with Sarah. I
think they should bring it back to life. I would make a trip, possibly, over to the States. And if I was over in the States, I'd seriously consider diverting to go and get it, preferably with a bunch of other people. But because the chances of persuading the family to come over for a geocaching tour of the States, hell will freeze over first.
I will say that even with it being limited to once a year, it'll be a hell of a lot easier to go get that than the one down in Brazil.
Yeah, I don't speak Portuguese for starters, so yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should just put it back to me, and I think that's what everybody would want. It's what it should be.
I'll have to live with whatever decision that they make, whether I agree with it or not.
And for the record,
just like elections, I
would make it a priority if they did put it back. That would definitely go to the top of the list of any of trips to go caching. Yeah, that would definitely go to the top because Brazil was pretty far down that list, but like Portland would be way at the top. So because there's other things to get in Portland. I mean, there's a whole there's the original stash. There's the headquarters and all that. So there's more reason to go.
Doctor Who
can. Well, Jesse's fun. Jesse's been there already to all this stuff. So
yeah, that was one of my all-time favorite caches, Doctor Who.
Yeah, she said it was pretty amazing. Yeah. And actually, if you look at it, it's actually on YouTube. You know, do you know that?
Yeah. I saw it afterwards. So,
All right. Let's wrap it up. It's 9:15. Everybody, thank you for subscribing to the Geocaching Podcast. Be sure to join us each and every Wednesday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time for another episode of the Geocaching Podcast right here on the GCPC website at geocachingpodcast.com/live. The video version of our show is available on YouTube, and the audio version is available on our home website, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and many of your favorite podcatchers. We love hearing from our viewers and listeners, so please visit us through our social media sites or contact us via our voicemail line at 630-31-VOICE. The Geocaching Podcast is a Headhardhat production and is produced by Andy Smith, Scott Burks, Chad Courtney, and Sarah T.S. This show is copyright 2017 by Andrew T. Smith, all rights reserved.